What up, everybody? It's another Friday. It's me, Infected, Zach, Gamers Video Update. And yes, I'm behind the camera again, just as you guys like it. Bringing you the multiplayer review of Killzone 2. If you guys didn't see it, Steve had the single player review of Killzone 2, was up earlier today. And here is the multiplayer. You guys are following me around while I was playing. Yeah, I die a lot. It's not my job to stay alive. I'm more of a sport person, so just keep that in mind. Don't make fun of me. I know you guys like making fun of me about everything, but Killzone 2 multiplayer pretty much only have one mode. It's called Warzone. What it is a collection of all the modes you've probably ever played in every first person or every shooting game, team game that you've ever played. So it starts out, you have all of them kind of in a group. It picks from random, so I'm not sure what we just started there, but it might be search and destroy. It might be, you got to defend an area. You might have to, they call it capture and hold, assassination, which is VIP, team deathmatch, which is body count in Killzone 2. So what it does is kind of roll from one to the other. You have a overall match. You're trying to get to usually about 5 points. And then within those matches, you have those game types, and your team needs to win those game types in order to get enough points to win the match. Pretty simple. You'd think it would be, but it gets complicated, and it is really team involved. You got to be able to talk with your team, and you need to communicate. Which, if you guys don't have your PS3 headsets yet, go get one now. It is time to have a headset on the PlayStation 3. Go and get it. So, we'll go into some likes. What do we like about it? I really like the Warzone mode. It is kind of cool. It flows. It makes it so, you are playing one map for a good amount of time, but then you go to the next Warzone game and you're on to the next map. So, say if you're playing for a couple hours, you're not going to be playing every map every 5 minutes. You're going to be playing every map every, say, 15 to 20 minutes, which, there's eight total maps at the moment, so it doesn't sound like a lot, but the way that the game flows, you don't get used to the maps, and you don't play them back to back to back. You actually get a vote at the end of one game what map you get to play on the next, which a lot of people haven't figured out yet. You need to switch, or you're going to be playing the same map a lot. So what else for likes? There is the option, host option, to have bots be playing. I know that this is one that Steve pointed out that he liked a lot. If someone drops, a bot will jump in, or if there's just not enough people to fill a room, you can add computer bots to it to fill that room up. One thing about that is they're not the brightest AI in the world. Actually, they do worse than I do. You guys notice I like run into a point and I usually die. Well, that's usually what the bots will do also. I know Steve had one game. He was just, as Steve does, he camps and hides down at the end of the street, and the bots just came running the same exact path down the street. And he just kept picking them off, which the hidester likes to do. So, this is a game built for Steve Hide19, actually. Dislikes. Go through a couple dislikes that we have here. When you first start off, as in most games, you are very limited on your weapons. You have 2 machine guns, 1 pistol, and your grenades. And you're going to be like that for a while. It takes a good amount of time to rank up in this game, which we'll get to in a second. But you gotta get to, I don't know all the ranks, but even just to unlock a class, you gotta rank up like 3 or 4 times, which is gonna take a little bit. When you do get to corporal, you do get to make squads, which is kind of cool. I'll talk about them here in just a sec. And then when you get to sergeant, you also get to create your clan. So there is perks for ranking up. Now, squads. In the multiplayer, you can have up to 32 people. Within that, as soon as you rank up high enough, you can build what are called squads, and then you will only speak to the people that are on your squads. Now, it does have proximity chat, so you will hear everybody around you still, but you will only talk to the people that are on your squad, which is kind of nice. So you can break it down into like your buddies, or the better people in the game can talk to each other that way. Next up, and a big plus to this game is the integration to Killzone.com. Killzone 2, if you guys don't know, all this does a lot of stat tracking, and all of that is related to Killzone.com. So go check out your profiles there. One of the highlights is the top-down multiplayer replays, as is coming up right now. So what this is a game that Steve and I were playing the other day, and you can go over to Killzone.com, and those little dots represent the players on the maps. You can see where you get into firefights at, where the bottlenecks are, where you die a lot. Just about everything is tracked over there on Killzone.com and available for a replay, which is pretty awesome, I think, and Steve thinks also. So if you guys got your clans out there and you're going to be getting seriously into this, into the game, which it does have huge clan support, this is going to be a feature you're going to be using a lot of. As for that clan support, you can do it in-game or on Killzone.com. You can have up to a 256 clan tournament. That's over 4,000 people in one tournament. And here's more of Killzone.com and all of the stats. These are Steve's stats. One of the cool things is, as you will see, unlocking the intel, as he talked about in the single player, is right there. But all of your stats are tracked over there on the left. He's opening up one of his bonuses for collecting intel in the single player here, which is a propaganda poster. Great idea, by the way, guys. Unlockables in the game translate to stuff on the website. Very cool idea. But again, way you can stat tracks, Killzone.com. So back to some gameplay. The maps, like I say, it does come with 8 maps. They are pretty large, and the way that the games roll, you're not stuck in the same corner of the map the whole time. I mean, the objectives are spread out all over the map, so you will be exploring all corners of the maps, and it definitely helps to make it so the maps, it doesn't seem like you're playing them a lot or they get repetitive. I mean, I still have spots that I keep finding on the maps, and I've been playing for a couple days now, so. So I was talking about before, ranking up the end of the game here, you get a pull up. If you are the winning team, which is kind of cool, you get a 1.5 time bonus. At least that's what I'm getting right now. There you can see I just ranked up. Again, it does take a while to rank up, but once you do, you get to unlock a lot of stuff. The other thing about that is the ribbons. See, I got a rank up, and I got my shotgun for my standard soldier. The ribbons, as you guys see right there. Per match, as you get those ribbons, you will unlock even more stuff, which is kind of cool. One of the downsides that I have noticed is when you start the game, you do not have very much ammo. Like right now, I'm sporting about 64 rounds. I think you start with just about twice that, which is not a lot. You got about 2 clips. And picking up ammo is not a big thing in here, but if you as soon as you rank up, you will start with more ammo, and you have that option. It's kind of like the perks and stuff in other games, but you get to turn them on. The badges and stuff you get to turn on. Last little thing to point out here in the multiplayer is also a pretty cool feature. No more spawn killing. If you see that guy right there, that little turret that I just ran by, it protects your spawn. So those guys can't get in there and just lock you into your spawn, which is great idea. So that is our multiplayer review of Killzone 2. Go check out Platform Nation and PS3Evolved.net.